Good morning, and thank you for listening to our presentation. My name is Emily, and I'm the CEO of QuikPark. Beside me, we have Daniel, our CFO, Emil, our COO, Meg, our CMO, and Zach, our CDO.
For many of us drivers, this scene is all too familiar, attempting to reach out of the car to insert your credit card or grab a ticket and struggling to do so. You try backing up and pulling back in, but to no avail. Finally, you end up just getting out of the car to reach the machine, and by the time you're buckled back in, you wasted a good 5 minutes of your life. QuikPark came to fruition due to the hassle of paying for parking. Everyone knows the pain of having to wait to pay in an excessively long line. You want to go home, but you can't. You have to stand there impatiently waiting for 30 minutes, wasting your time away. On a daily basis, people have to waste their time waiting in line to pay when they can be doing many other things. This is a major inconvenience that creates an inefficiency in the parking experience. People want the ability to easily pay for parking without having to waste any extra time. No one wants to wait, which is why QuikPark has come up with a solution to make the process of paying for parking seamless. The whole idea of paying for parking will change with QuikPark, as we are automating the paying process. QuikPark will allow drivers to pull into a garage, park, and then leave whenever they desire without having to complete any necessary extra steps. This creates a seamless, convenient, and easy parking experience for the drivers. QuikPark is a system that is designed to make the process of paying for parking simple and efficient. The driver will have a QuikPark transmitter and the garage will have a QuikPark receiver. Drivers will purchase a QuikPark transmitter and place it in their car to be used at any lot associated with QuikPark. The QuikPark transmitter will be a tiny square that is placed on the windshield of the car, and the receiver will be placed at the entrance and exit of the garage. We will use RFID technology to scan the transmitter and stamp the time that the driver entered and exited the garage. The driver will then automatically be charged for the exact amount of time that they were parked. The transmitter will also collect analytics on the drivers to provide to parking lot and garage owners. Along with the QuikPark receiver, we will also be including a sign that is outside of the garage to let drivers know whether or not there are spots available. The sign will say our company name, QuikPark, and show a green car to indicate open spots and a red car to indicate that the lot is filled. This will allow the driver to instantly know whether or not a garage is associated with QuikPark and if there are spots available. Now I will pass it along to Meg, who will talk about the market.
Thanks, Zach. Now let's take a look at the market we are working with, and here are a few important stats. There are about 230 million licensed drivers in the US in 2021, and this was projected to increase over the next 3 years. Additionally, there's estimated 105 million registered vehicles in the US in 2020. And as for parking garages, there are estimated to be 8 million parking lots and garages in the US, according to IBIS World. Clearly, the market for QuikPark is substantial, and we are excited at this huge opportunity. For our target market, we are targeting both consumers, the drivers, and businesses, the parking entities. Now, let's go into the specifics of each segment. First, we have the parking venues. QuikPark wants to first focus on targeting basic parking garages in cities. These could be standalone, attached to a hotel or office, or be a part of a hospital. Then we would like to expand to other public parking places such as train stations, airports, theme parks, and stadiums where sports games and concerts are held. Then we have the drivers. Our first group of drivers are called the commuters. These are the people who live in cities or surrounding areas that pay to park their car daily, usually as a part of their commute. Second, we have the travelers. These are the people who live in suburban areas and may not need to pay to park every day. However, they frequently fly, attend concerts and sporting events, or theme parks where they need to pay to park their car. So, how will we sell our product? First, we know there is a need in the market. When using a survey to conduct our own market research, over 75% of respondents said they would be interested in a product to ease entry and payment methods for parking garages. Second, we have a very strong value proposition here at QuikPark. This will differentiate us in the industry and fill the consumer pain point of easier entry and payment methods in parking garages. First, quick. We are speeding up the process of parking in a garage or public venue, eliminating any toll booths, tickets, or apps to use. Second, we're reliable. Our technology is reliable and so is our payment method, which is very secure. Not to mention, parking services can access driver data analytics such as what times are busiest, average duration in the lot, and much more with trustworthy data capturing. Lastly, and most importantly, we are distraction free. We eliminate risk of distracted driving by not requiring drivers to download an app or use their phone during their parking experience. A great value proposition is nothing without an effective marketing strategy. We will choose a mass marketing strategy for our campaign as we want to first raise driver awareness for QuikPark. There will be 3 major components to our marketing strategy: billboards, digital marketing, and trade shows and sponsoring of events. We will start with an influx of paid online ads through social media and Google, partnered with the billboard campaign. We will then create an email marketing campaign, attend trade shows, and sponsor events. While online ads and billboards may effectively target drivers, trade shows and event sponsoring will help with our marketing towards garages and other parking businesses. Now we have Emil to discuss how we shape up against the competition.
Thank you, Meg, for the great marketing insights. To successfully penetrate the market, it is necessary to know the competitors and differentiate ourselves from them. Spot Hero, one of the major competitors, positions itself as an Airbnb in the parking industry. Their role is to connect drivers with parking lots and parking spot owners. They operate mostly in big cities and require reserving a spot from the phone for a fixed amount of time. Unlike our technology, Spot Hero requires phone usage and does not allow flexible timing. ParkMobile, like many other similar companies, allows you to reserve parking online using a phone and a zone number. It requires phone usage and poses difficulties with figuring out the zone number. Lastly, toll booth remains one of the most common ways to pay for parking. Many businesses are accustomed to this outdated technology. We are planning on establishing a network of partners that are still using by automating a process. Unlike our competitors, our technology does not require the usage of the phone for payment, eliminating dangerous situations. Moreover, it provides flexibility with the booking time. To reduce the production cost, we will outsource the production to India. This country provides various benefits, such as talent pool, developed technologies, and an English-speaking community. Compared to China, it does not require to pay tariffs on imported goods that were implemented by the Trump administration. We will use sea freight, and due to the smaller batches, we will use less than a truckload. Fortunately, shipment cost went back to the pre-COVID level, which reduces transportation costs. Due to the convenient location and high throughput, we choose the port of New York. Due to the relatively small size of the business, we are looking to use the public warehouse. It will reduce operating costs and improve the service level. For the transmitters distribution, we would use mail shipping to reduce investment in the supply chain. Lastly, we will be outsourcing the installation of the receivers to reduce the cost and provide great service. Before having inventory on hand, we will contract Syracuse Parking Service, which will give us a network of around 10 garages to begin our operation. This experience will provide us an opportunity to improve our day-to-day operations and improve on the business weaknesses. Collaboration with Syracuse Parking Service will help us build a name in the industry and will allow us to grow our network by cooperating with different venues. Potentially, it could include larger platforms, such as stadiums and concerts. While growing, we will concentrate on client service, which would be a competitive advantage. Eventually, we will exceed geographically by connecting with other cities on the East Coast area. And now I will pass the word to Emily so she can introduce you to our team.
As the Chief Executive Officer, I have had previous experience as CEO of the Daily Orange, where I supervised the company's executive team and I served on the board of directors. With my leadership, my team had the best year financially in over 10 years, and it raised almost $100,000, a portion of which will be dedicated to funding a fellowship that promotes diversity, equity, accessibility, and inclusion, which a committee under my leadership created. Daniel Pruka is QuikPark's Chief Financial Officer, and he has previously held multiple positions in accounting, finance, and taxes, and he has had extensive experience working with financial statements. Additionally, as Vice President of Membership of Alpha Kappa Psi Professional Business Fraternity, Inc., he has established a plethora of business connections that could be of use as QuikPark continues to develop. QuikPark's Chief Operating Officer is Emil Bakiv, who has experience in many different branches of business, including business analytics, market research, and communications. He deeply values diversity and inclusion, and he has demonstrated his commitment to equity in the workplace in his previous job experience, which will create a strong cultural foundation for QuikPark. Additionally, Bakiv's ties to other countries, specifically in Europe, will be helpful when QuikPark is ready to consider expanding outside of the US. The Chief Marketing Officer is Meg Lesko. Her data analytics experience has aided her in previous marketing roles, and she has used analytics to plan and execute marketing campaigns, track the results, and implement strategies to further develop these campaigns. Her psychology experience, too, gives her vast knowledge of human behavior, which, in her previous jobs, has given her comprehensive insight into her customers as well as her employees. Zachary Berman is the Chief Development Officer of QuikPark, and in his previous work experience, Berman has helped cultivate businesses through determining investment opportunities, developing growth strategies, and understanding the competitive landscape. As a startup, QuikPark will be rapidly developing and evolving, and Berman's expertise will help QuikPark continually navigate the changing internal and external landscapes. Our board of directors will consist of Jeffrey Karp and Chris Sullivan. Jeffrey Karp is the president and co-founder of LAZ Parking, one of the leading parking companies in the parking lots and garages industry in the US. Not only will Karp provide valuable knowledge and partnership as the head of a company in an industry in which QuikPark is looking to do business, but he also has experience founding the company from the ground up and thus will be an asset as QuikPark develops from a startup to a major company. Chris Sullivan is the general manager of Syracuse Parking Services. SPS manages over 30 public parking spaces in the Syracuse area. Sullivan has been working with the CEO David Gross for over 15 years and has been GM since 2016. As GM, he oversees daily operations of SPS and can provide QuikPark with valuable insights into parking operations and help facilitate a local launch in the city of Syracuse.
Now I'll be going over the financials with you all. First, we have our break-even analysis. We are projected to break even in November of our second year of operations. This is when we will have recovered our total carry-forward losses. Our first month of being positive on net income will be December of our first year, and we will stay net positive every month after that. Moving on, we'll be focusing on our sales, net income, and cost of goods sold. Our first year, when production and sales is just starting out, and we focus on building our brand and relationships with garages, we are projecting to post a loss, which isn't uncommon for a company like ours. By year 2, we'll have begun to turn a profit, and we'll have broken even by the end of the year, as I previously mentioned. But it is in year 3 where we really start to see the potential growth for our company. In year 3, we will have a net income of over $1 million and sales revenue of close to $2 million, over double what we did the year prior. In years 4 and 5, this growth continues, with a smaller increase in year 4 to 5 than year 3 to 4, but this is due to our company expanding and the costs that are associated with that expansion. Finally, let's go into our proposed offering. We are asking for $500,000 for a 14% stake in our company. Our company is valued at just about $3.5 million. Investors can expect to see a return of approximately 4.8 times their initial investment, which would equate to a little under $2.5 million. We would use these funds to secure contracts with manufacturers for the transmitters and receivers so that we can start implementing them into our first few garages. We would also need to pay for the development of our servers and programs that will charge the consumers each time they use a garage. And finally, we will need to pay for our potential sales force and facility workers who will be available to help garages with issues relating to their receivers. Thank you, judges, for your time, and I will now be passing it back to our CEO, Emily, to wrap things up.
Thank you, Dan. So, why QuikPark? The parking garage industry has not changed since the first big boom in the 1950s, and with the exponential growth in the tech industry, in addition to the pandemic, which has shifted the way we experience the world around us, there is no better time than now to innovate this ancient industry. The 5 of us are a team passionate about our company, our product, and ultimately our customers. We created QuikPark to make the parking experience simple and hassle-free while also providing valuable information to garages. Our customers are the center of our business, and together we can make parking easy. Thank you. We'd now like to open the floor to questions.